everybody's lives. Everybody had a comment with somebody trying to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. I hope everybody's having a great day. I know this is a little early. I wanted to try to beat the rush from yesterday because the internet in here at Mining Disrupt in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, gets absolutely saturated in no time. I don't know if my audio or video is going to be better today, but I'm hoping. You're probably going to be watching this after the fact because it is 10 a.m. on Sunday, but I figured we'll get it knocked out. We'll get it out of the way. Special thank you to, it's on my shirt, Terra. It's also on the Cybertruck behind me. Terra took care of me and got me down here at Mining Disrupt, not only for last year, but for this year as well. So if you need any ASIC hosting, ASIC sales, anything like that, reach out to them, Terra Hosting. And then Terra Hashes is the sales side, I believe. I can get you guys a link or something if need be. Oh, what's up, Nasib FF? Welcome to the live chat. I honestly didn't think I was going to get very many live watchers this morning. So for people that don't know, I'm at a conference called Mining Disrupt. Last year it was in Miami. This year it's in Fort Lauderdale. It's actually a really, really nice venue. This is where primarily a lot of hardware vendors come out. So you're going to see guys like Bitmain, AlphaPex, Gold Shells here, Canans here. Off the top of my head, also Ice Rivers here. And then there's tons of resellers mixed in between. There's also some other smaller companies that are doing like dedicated miners and stuff. So I am recording content. Yesterday, I did a full walk around. And from my experience last year, day one's always really hectic. Day two is when I'm going to go around and actually talk to each individual vendor that I'm interested in and kind of get some video clips with that. So, kind of let everything simmer off because like at day one, everybody's getting bombarded. So I'll hold back a little bit. Oh, what is up, GGG Maxwell? Welcome to the live chat. I'm glad to have you here, brother. And then Adremi, I apologize for the mispronunciation. You are so inspiring to all. Well, thank you. I appreciate that as well. You love the Cybertruck. Yeah, everybody loves the Cybertruck. So get a little clip of that. The event formally starts, the expo event, at 11. So I'm actually here before it starts, and there's quite a few people already here. So I think it's going to be another busy day. There were some things that were announced yesterday from actually Gold Shell was one of the things that I was really interested in. So they have a new miner. I showed it at the tail end of my live stream. I think it was Geek of All Trades. I actually got his hands on one. And it's a like a blade based miner. What's up there? What's up?
Long way, dude.
Welcome. How you doing,
What's
brother?
up, dude?
Jump in
Are you
live stream for
right now?
yeah, we're live streaming right now.
Yeah.
So I was talking about the new Gold Shell miner, the like blade based one. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
No, I haven't
like
seen
slots
it. No,
in.
no.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's nice, man. I don't want to interrupt you. Let me settle this and
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
go back around, man.
Definitely.
Yes.
I'll be doing it for an hour, so definitely jump back in.
This is sick, man. This is sick.
Yeah. Endless mining for anybody that's wondering. Always very helpful. Reach out to him if you need anything as well. A lot of good companies down here, and I've noticed, especially from the last Mining Disrupt to this one, even though all these companies are technically competitors, everybody's got really good vibes. There's no hate being thrown around. So like that's a straight up competitor for Terra, and everything's just happy. So it's really cool to see the atmosphere and then see everything come together. But like I was saying, the blade-based miner for Gold Shell, I'm really interested. Right now, they're only offering a 2-bay blade-based miner, but they're super low power. They're going to be relatively cost-effective or cost-conscious, whereas some of these units are thousands of dollars. I think this unit is in the hundreds of dollar range. And then you can mix and match the blades for different algorithms. Right now, they have an Aleo or Aleo, as some people say, base blade. And then they also have a Dogecoin / Litecoin based blade. So they're hitting some of the big heavy hitter algorithms right out of the gate. I'd love to see a solo mining blade. That'd be kind of cool for Bitcoin. I'm definitely going to talk to Gold Shell. James is over there. Shout out Gold Shell James. always taking care of us. So we're gonna get that on video later on. That'll be uploaded. Got a lot of content coming after I get back. Hello, brother. I'm new and want to start BTC mining, but I have not any money. What do I do? So Nasib, if you don't have any money, but you do have a phone, there are quite a few phone apps that you can use, like the free ad watching, and then you can get some Satoshis. It's not much, but it is free. So you can go on my channel or just look on YouTube, but Bitcoin mining apps one. I believe Go Mining has a free option. There's a couple other like survey based ones. So that's probably the only way I know you could get your hands on some Bitcoin for free at the moment. If I find other ways, I'll definitely let you know for sure. I see your post that you are launching something this month. Something like that. I don't understand. I'm launching something this month. Huh. I don't remember what I'm launching. There's other people launching things and I was going to cover it. That might be what you're referring to. Welcome, Sadie. Sometimes glad to have you in the live chat. It's early morning this morning. So
Sadie.
yeah,
What up? What up?
there's actually people here in the live. I didn't think I thought I was mainly going to be doing a live chat and it would be recorded and then uploaded for later. By the way, if you are in Florida or if you are at Mining Disrupt, please come around to the Terra tent or the Terra booth. Get you entered to win the Antminer S21 Plus. All you have to do is hit the QR code. Do we have that QR code? I'll hold it up on the screen so you guys can get entered as well if you want to online.
Fox doing a live stream on Friday.
Is he? Okay. Do you have that paper or no? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'll hold this up. So hopefully the quality will be decent enough to where you guys can scan this. I'll hold that for a second. Yeah, absolutely. They have free t-shirts as well, but S21 Plus giveaway, scan and enter to win. Altair Tech is also has some bid axes, and if you get scanned in, I was told that this is get you an entry for either one. Like I don't know, I think the last one or the last drawing is for the S21 Plus, but the first couple drawings are for the bid axes. So yeah, good stuff. It doesn't cost you anything, so that's always a win-win. I definitely do. Definitely get, yeah. I'll put some stickers out here as well. So, let's see here. Offshore miner. What's going on? I got with work today, so I'm not gonna make it. Oh man. Well, I understand. It happens. Max voltage. Is this the real max voltage?
He hasn't been in any live stream.
Morning. I'm glad to have you. Welcome, welcome. Hold on. I can call you later. There we go. It's been a wild ride out here, Max. It's been a good year. Good year. Definitely come down next year for sure. And the Steve, how many cars do you have? The Cybertruck is not mine. But I only have a couple cars. So crypto. Great to see you on Mining Disrupt. Didn't get a booth time. Next time you should be on our booth. Absolutely. Next year, if you want to be down here, I'll help you guys out. We can do even a little live stream over there as well. So shout out Crypto Punch. Newer on the US side, but they do ASIC sales, and I'm going to be looking into working with them in the future as well. Red Fox, Brandon Coin, did you get enough sleep last night? Yeah, I was actually, I feel very well rested. So for people that don't know, you'll find out when I upload my video, but Can-An hosted a dinner right after Mining Disrupt. We went to that. Hats off to Can-An. They absolutely killed it. It was like was it like an Asian fusion or Korean barbecue kind of place? Really good. And then after that, AlphaPex hosted a boat party or yacht party. We went out on the boat, free food, free drinks. That was fun as well. So we got off at a little after midnight home, and I just crashed. I didn't do anything else. Why would someone else use my name? Max, you would be surprised. Scammers are out like, hey, I'm Max. Send me your Bitcoin. I'll send you 2, right? Doubling Bitcoin. Anybody, they will use any name they think they can get something with. Offshore miner, max voltage. The icon for your YouTube profile is missing your first comment. missing on your first try. Oh, it's probably just something to do with YouTube. It's too early. That's why. Sadie asked, let's see here. Show. There we go. What's been the most interesting booth / news? Big news. I don't know if it's the most interesting for a lot of people, but Alphapex announced the DG2. So I think they actually have the latest and greatest, biggest and baddest Dogecoin miner now with the DG2. I haven't personally gone over and checked out the efficiency and the specs yet, but I'm going to be doing that today now that it's kind of calmed down. So DG2, pretty huge news. A lot of people in the industry are all buzzing about that. I'm not as interested in that because that's not the home-based miner, but I imagine there will be a DG2 home. It only seems logical. They made a DG1 home. It'll trickle down. So it might take a while. What's up, Techman TY? Techman Ty? Glad to have you, brother. I went to the casino. I made a little bit of money, made like 60 bucks on bubble craps, and then I got out of there. So shout out Techman TY, our resident professional gambler. Offshore, let's see here. Alphapex was my personal favorite. Booth looks like future, plus the reveal was pretty awesome. Yeah, so they have probably one of the most intricate booths. I'm definitely going to be showing that on its own video along with the new miner that they have coming out. But Alphapex knows how to not only throw a party last night, but to build a booth for sure. Joker miner. Yeah, there you go. Joker miner needs to jump in here. You don't want to be on here? Offshore miner, you're
I'm a mod. You can't.
yeah. Joker miner is actually standing to my right now. He said he vows to start putting out consistent content on YouTube. So you guys need to go check him out and give him that motivation.
A bunch of subjects, right?
Yeah, tell him if you're not keeping up with the content, they're gonna hammer you. Let's see here.
Michael going to be in today.
About 11.
Yes. Yep.
Around 11.
Mhm.
All right, we'll swing back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's see here. Techman TY, risk 200 bucks on 5 cents. Huff and Puff, minimum bet, not financial advice. I like Huff and Puff. I played a little bit of Huff and more Puff last night. I put 20 in and dusted it on the 1 cent, like 1 cent by 10 credit minimum. And then I went over to Bubble Craps and ran it back and won my 20 and then 160. So Joker miner, we need vids now. I know. He needs to do a live stream on the streaming setup. So shout out, guys. There are multiple people that are going to be live streaming today. So keep out on this setup for Terra. So keep a lookout for where Joker miner. Who's on the schedule for today?
Huh?
Who's on the schedule for today? Hold on 1 second. Can you jump in real quick while I answer this?
Yeah. All right. Today's schedule is dun 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 dun. All right, today, Brandon Coin at 10, 11, Greater Good Mining, 12, Hobbyist, 1 o'clock, Your Friend Andy, 2 o'clock, Serpent X and Crypto Mikkel. And then the venue closes at 6. We do have some open slots, so we may have more people jump in, but we'll see. The S21 giveaway is Friday. Hawk is going to do that on a live stream with all the other stuff for G Maxwell. Sadie, what's up? Offshore. Nice meeting you, sir. Techman Ty, hello. Techman Ty, we're not giving it away now.
All right, guys. There he is, the Joker miner. I'm telling him I got to crack the whip on him. You got to make content, man. Once you start, you can't stop. Cybertruck giveaway is really neat. There's no Cybertruck giveaway. Yeah, I think like he had said, it's on Friday. Hawk's going to do it on live. Or maybe on live. I don't know. He's going to do it Friday, though. Teslas come with free graffiti. Yeah, they do right now. This one's already wrapped. It's got like a whole, weathered look to it. Someone needs to walk around and film those QR codes. Hold on one second. Everybody's got all these questions. If the event started, it has definitely started. Hold on. Can you talk to Hawk real quick?
Yeah.
Just put it on speaker because my top thing's broken. All right. There we go. Oh, I got a picture from the I think that's one of the mining disrupt guys. So I'll maybe I'll be in the one of the pictures. There a lot of people are doing giveaways, but a lot of the giveaways are really small. So, and a lot of the giveaways are being drawn like right here and right there. So if you're not here to receive it, that is unfortunate. But the Terra giveaway, you do not have to be here. So that's one of the nice ones. I guess a lot of these companies are based overseas, so they're trying to do that giveaway here and now and get it done and over with, not drag it out over a long period of time, is what I would guess. They said everything's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just like, you're answering Brandon's phone. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah, it's all good. I know my wife was like, she's like, when are you live streaming? Now live. There we go. Derez, yes, please. What are we yes, please, in Derez? Hi, how are you? Yes, we are live. Yo, would you like to come in? Jump in?
I can join.
Yeah.
Say hi to okay, so
Yeah. What company are you with?
Unistar.
Unistar.
I met
Okay.
Frank last night.
Oh, you met Frank last night?
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Global mining hardware distributor. What companies do you guys work with?
You mean our business?
Yeah.
Oh, we are investment company and sell assets machines is only our one of our businesses group. Yes.
Oh, okay.
We have our own mining front in Dubai. Yes.
Oh, in
we also
Dubai.
sell
Yeah.
mining. Yeah.
It's a good area. Do you get to go out to Dubai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will be there. As you? How about you?
Oh, I'm a YouTuber mainly, but I'm here helping out Terra as well.
Oh.
And we're gonna be actually live streaming all day. A couple YouTubers are gonna be coming in and doing their own segments, but talking to people, talking to anybody in the industry that wants to. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. What about the event yesterday?
I was gonna say I was here yesterday at the event, and I did a little bit of walking around, but it was really so I didn't want to, go and jump in and try to have the one-on-one interviews because like everybody was doing that. I figured day two, this will be a good time to, when it's a little bit more calm, that kind of thing. Did you go out to the AlphaPex event last night?
Yeah.
Were you on the boat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
It was a little longer than I thought, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's very interesting. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I met a Frank last night there.
Are you? Yeah, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
When are you guys gonna be heading out? Are you staying in town for a while?
You mean how long we will be there here?
Yeah.
We will live here and go back home. I think Saturday.
Oh, Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Today is the last day for this conference. So, yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys doing anything stateside with your company? Do you have any farms here or no?
We have two warehouse here, and we also have office in New York.
Oh,
We
okay.
have Corey there. Yes.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah,
you do have a base here. Are you guys going to be coming to Las Vegas BTC conference?
Sure, we will
Yeah.
be there. Yeah, it's very important to meet some our customers. Yes, and to know the more people in this industry is very important and interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my second time coming to this conference. Last year was in Miami, and I really enjoyed it. And I noticed this year there's not as many smaller vendors. There's just a lot more of the large vendors. Do you think you guys are going to be expanding more? I see you have a really big booth, but you do a lot of different things. Are those going to be splitting off, or is that staying all in one big company?
You mean Unistar?
Yeah, it's Unistar.
What to say? Yes, we are in this industry over around 9 years because we are joining this industry since 2016.
Okay.
Yeah. We are distributor, no broker, and we broke the miners from Bitmain already half a year ago to make sure our price is the market lowest price. Yes,
Okay.
and enough make sure the enough inventory to provide to our customers. Yes.
Absolutely. So you already with Bitmain. Are you planning on adding some of the other manufacturers, Can-Am, Ice River,
Yeah.
in the
yeah,
future?
Yeah.
Absolutely. What's next on your radar for some of the smaller companies like Locotech? Are those guys even a thought or no?
No sure.
Not sure yet.
Yeah.
Those are some of the smaller ones. What about? Do you guys deal with Gold Shell at all?
Go where?
Gold Shell, the manufacturer? No, they primarily work with the small miners.
Oh no.
You just
Maybe
deal with the big stuff, right?
yeah. Maybe
just the
we
big
we
stuff.
will focus on the our. Yes, we work with Bement a lot. So Axis is our main product. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. I was just gonna say
Thank
thank you for
you.
being on.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Have
you.
a good one.
Have a good day.
All right, guys. So people are starting to file in. We have a little thing on the back of the screen that anybody is open and welcome to jump in. Yesterday, not a lot of people were taking us up on it. I'm hoping today that it's a little bit more low key, that more people should jump in and join us. I'm gonna be live for another about 40 minutes. So I'm actually, you know what? I'll be live until the next YouTuber shows up to take my spot. What's up, hobbyist? Glad to have you. Don't be shy. You're the best YouTuber. There's no best YouTuber. We're all a big family. And that's what I noticed last night. So all the YouTubers ended up all piled together, and everybody was talking about their different strategies moving forward over time, what they were really looking at. I noticed the big thing is there's a heavy push for innovation on the big side, but there's also a very heavy push for the home miner side. So like for example, Uniminer said that they don't even know about the small miner stuff. Like I guess she wasn't even Gold Shell, not on their radar. They're looking at the big stuff, which is fine. But to pull your average consumers in, Can-Am, Ice River, AlphaPex, they have your individual like home-based miners to keep it mainstream and also help out with decentralization. And I think that's key with crypto in general. So if we don't keep your average Joe involved, it's gonna fall into more obscurity. So it's almost like crypto goes through these waves of like everybody talks about it and then everybody doesn't. And hopefully we can get to a point where it's just normal. It's not some crazy obscure weird thing. That'd be my want there for sure. Let's see here. Howdy from Texas, Thantos. Glad to have you in the live stream, man. Good morning. Speaking of Gold Shell, have you seen the Gold Shell AE cards? So that's what I was actually talking about, Blood Crow. I talked to Gold Shell James yesterday. I'm going to try to get him on a short little interview today. That's going to be a recorded one because he's on the other side of the conference, and there's no way I could get him over here. But we're going to go over and talk about the little boxes that have the cards. I think Geek of All Trades or Goat, he had a sticker here. It's gone already. But he has one of the AE cards in the boxes, and he also has a Dogecoin card. So those boxes are going to be able to mine multiple different algorithms, and I guess they're going to work like blades. So that way it's like an individual unit for each one. And I asked yesterday, will they have bigger, frames or bigger boxes to hold more cards? So that way you could kind of grow and scale it over time. So you buy like a 10 rack unit, and then you buy 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, and buy them as you can afford it. I think that's a really cool method moving forward for Gold Shell. These things don't make a ton of money. I would almost venture more towards using them as like a solo miner because they're low hash rate and they're also super low power. So that's the big advantage there. Let's see here. I popped in right before the lady left. I will say the AE cards are decent, but the Doge cards are kind of weak. The AE cards are decent now. I think there's a lot of AE boxes and the AE0 and stuff coming out that's going to drive network hash rate up. So I don't think the AE cards are going to be super profitable. Kind of like the Doge cards, but they will be super or low energy cost. So trying to solo mine with them kind of makes more sense in my opinion. Jump Change says his bite doesn't work. Well, that's what you had to be here to get a bite. You got to have the bite from here, not the one that they sent you. Those are that's just a sample. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I heard a lot of the content creators, they sent them ones, and it was kind of like a joint effort. They announced it here, and then the content creator got it like showing up within a day or two. So that's pretty cool. I don't have a bite yet, but you know what? I'm gonna ask them about it. I want a bite. What do you think about the new mining coin Griffin? So I've been hearing a lot of people talk about Griffin, and apparently you can dual mine it alongside of some other algorithms as well, and it does pretty well. So once I get back, I'm definitely going to be looking into some Griffin. Thantos, Brandon, I'm having a really good time tinkering and modding my bit axes. So that's one thing that I noticed out here. There is a bid-axe presence. There's actually so Altair Tech has a booth which they sell and mod and build their own bid-axes, and then also the Solo, I believe Solo Satoshi. I don't know if they have a booth, but I saw quite a few of their T-shirts rolling around, so leads me to believe they have a presence out here of some sort. I'm gonna go in each individual booths later, but there's definitely a significant amount of bid-axe presence this year that wasn't here last year. So bid-axes are becoming mainstream. Solo mining, I feel like it's becoming mainstream. It's like, everybody should have a solo miner on Bitcoin, whether it be a bid-axe, a nano, something that's super low power. It's not going to kill your electric bill, and you can let it run forever. And then maybe one day, maybe one day. Let's see here. I agree. By the time the AE cards and all that ship by the end of April, I bet the revenue will go from 1.5 a day to probably around 25 to 30 cents. That's what I'm thinking. Just with everything dropping, because like Ice River, they're really pumped about their. I think it's the AE0. I'm not, or that it's not the AL0. Their new Aleo based miner is coming out, and it's a monster. Well, relatively speaking, right now. So all that stuff's just going to keep driving up network hash rate, and those little cards they will make a fraction of what they're making now. That's pretty normal though. When anything new comes out, it starts up here and it normally goes down, unless we can see a big increase on price. I'm happy with that as well. What's up, Bobby Capital? You're doing. Glad to have you, man. Any AE to BTC pools? Techman TY. Any AE to BTC pools? I'm not sure what you mean about that. Can you elaborate? Can you put that in a sentence? Solo Satoshi is there, no booth. They're just wandering around. Sloth Squatch. Okay, because I've definitely seen quite a bit of Solo Satoshi T-shirts, and I'm like, I know they got to be here in some form or fashion, because there's way too many people with their logos rolling around. Is the Terra giveaway worldwide? Jerez, I'm not sure, but it wouldn't hurt to get entered. Maybe you could work something out and be like, hey, I won that thing. Let's post it for me. Milkman, they will probably release a full-size card system in a month. These are probably a proof of concept, and yeah, that's what these little dual slot units kind of seem like a proof of concept. The only thing, the critique that I have right now, just having my hands on them, is they're powered by USB Type-C. I'm not a big, huge USB-C for power guy. Like, I know laptops started doing it, and then like everything's kind of switched over to it. But I feel like for a dedicated mining device, USB Type-C is just, it's great for charging things. Is it necessarily the perfect cable or format to have something running on it with a sustained load for a long period of time? I'm not as educated in knowing what goes into USB-C, but I just feel like it's not a great connector for that. I feel like an old-fashioned barrel jack can hold as much, if not more, power, and it's simple, and it'll just work. That's just me. I don't know why they opted for the USB Type-C, but somebody must know something. That's for sure. Automatic Beats. Good morning, everyone. How you doing, Automatic? Glad to have you in the live chat. What do we have going on here? Somebody in the there's Joker Miner again.
So I was just talking to Helium Deploy. They're here.
Oh, Helium.
They're looking to now get into ASICs and hosting. So they were talking to Ice River. But I told them they need to talk to Hawk. So
yeah. So they're looking into buying ASICs and hosting them
on their site.
Yeah.
Still doing the decom. But
They want some proof of work now, don't they? Everybody wants a little proof of work. They get into that deep end.
oh, I see Milkman.
You recognize
Perez.
Milkman?
Yep.
I
From
don't.
your streams.
I don't recognize Milkman for some reason. Although I'm bad with names. Offshore miner, interesting. That is interesting.
It is interesting. I was just talking to them. They're asking about Terra. So I can only give out so much information. I said, Mike will be here later.
Yeah. Yeah. Joker Miner's holding it down for the Terra booth. He is now, since nobody else is here, this is CEO and operator, interim CEO and operator of Terra. Just kidding, guys. He's not. Me and Joker Miner are not employed. Are you employed by Terra or no?
I run the Discord.
We're not employed by Terra.
But Terra, that's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Terra always has done well for us. The guys over there are awesome. We're not, because people always ask me like, "Oh, you got the shirt on? Do you work there?" I don't work there, but I helped them out. Helped them out last year. So if you need anything, I can point you in the right direction. Almost always, or I can point them in Joker Miner's direction, and then he can point them in the right direction. Been around, don't post much. Much better known as hobbyist stalker. Well, don't worry, hobbyist will be here. What is that? You know, I'm gonna have to go over there and get down on them. Greater Good just walked over with a bite. I need to give me a bite. So let's see here. It is 7:36. We got another about 20 minutes until the next person's up. Let me find out who's coming up next. I think I had the schedule on my phone here.
Hey.
I'm not sure. It doesn't show. So that's fine. But whenever they do show up, I will hand it off and let you guys know who's going to be live streaming next, because the event officially opens at 11. So it's 10:30 right now. Even though there's quite a few people filing in, all the regulars will be here at 11. Sadie's my homie. Absolutely. We got some homies in the house. Let's turn that on top chat, or turn top chat off, turn it to live chat. Sorry about that. Is Gold Shell giving away those bite machines? I don't know, but I'm going to go find out, because Greater Good has one in his hands. So if they're giving them out, I want one.
It's a mini Doge 3.
Oh, it's a mini Doge 3. That's not a bite?
Not a bite.
Okay.
I'm not cool enough for that.
Oh, I thought you had a bite.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe I'll get one. No, they gave me a mini Doge 3.
Yeah. Oh, camera's over here. Shout out Greater Good Mining. I
Yeah.
thought you had a bite. I was like,
No.
man, if they're giving those away, I gotta go over there. But
I asked them about it. They're a little bit tight with that. It's
Blood Crow,
everybody
they
wants
did give it
things.
to some people to do reviews on. Yes.
Yeah, they did. Yep,
is
they
that
did.
the plus model, or
It just says mini Doge 3.
without PSU? That's not the
Yeah.
plus model.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
still solid though.
Yeah.
Those are good little home miners.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
take it. No, the bite's gonna be pretty sweet. It's like popular and everybody wants it already. So I don't know. They'll give one to you probably.
Well, I asked about it yesterday. I was like, hey, do y'all have any? Like, I could check it out for you. And he's like,
the same thing to me.
yeah. He locked up, which is, it's fine.
Yeah.
I think they are a little tight on production, because he said I could get you one like in, maybe next month. And I'm like, I'll sure.
They are cool. They're like so small, and it's easy to swap them out. He said they're hot swappable and everything. So
Yeah, they are hot swap. They actually use the SATA interface. So did you notice that?
No, I saw the pins on it, but I wasn't sure if that was SATA.
So I think it's using SATA, the SATA actual, just straight up like a regular 2.5 bay drive.
Nice.
So it's got the power side, and then it's got the actual data side as well, and they operate as power and data. I asked him about like the power limitations, because he said they accept 140 watt brick.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh well, SATA can hold per, was it like 40 watts
I don't know
on?
what SATA can take, but
I think-
never wanted to use SATA for power.
Well, yeah, you don't want to use SATA for mining on like a traditional sense, but these little devices are super low power.
Yeah.
So you should maybe you should have worn your 100K plaque on a chain. Yeah. No, man. Actually, down here, talking to people, I go and like introduce myself. Most people already know me, which is nice. But this is not. It's not like you think. There's not actually a lot of units flowing around here. So, for example, like last year, Ice River had a ton of units. This year, they didn't bring anywhere near the amount that they brought last year. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that. Like last year, Hobbyist was gonna go try to buy some from them.
Yeah.
Because they did have a ton of them just sitting there in boxes. And I think some people bought some, but yeah, they don't have as much supply this year. And maybe it wasn't worth it for them to do it last year. Maybe like we're not going to ship these over here. Maybe they
Well,
didn't sell as many.
And then I think they have to deal with them after the fact because they're all based overseas. They ship all these things here, and then they got to ship them all back, or they got to give them away. I don't know if you're actually supposed to be selling anything inside the conference. I don't know all the rules for the vendors, but I noticed that like none of the vendors are actually selling anything right here and right now, and that might be in some of like the terms and conditions because then it would kind of turn into instead of like right now it's like a a conference for showing off your stuff, then it would turn into like a vendor fair.
Right.
Like everybody would have these booth setups for like sales, and I don't think they wanted to turn into that.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they have to pull different permits for different type of venues and all that stuff like that.
Probably. And also I couldn't imagine the internet nightmare it would be if everybody had like payment processors and up and stuff because the internet already is atrocious.
Yeah.
So if everybody was trying to like run transactions and get on websites and inventory, it'd be a nightmare.
Oh yeah, for sure. Crypto solves this.
Yeah, that's true. Crypto solves it as long as we can get a connection
just
to
need
it,
the
right?
internet to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the last venue, the internet was terrible.
Yeah.
Like this one seems better. It seems much better. It takes a while for videos to go out, but once it gets congested, it does slow down. There's not that many people here. People were partying last night. I think they weren't here this early this morning.
Well, last year you were here last year. You noticed day 2 was always more low key than day 1. So that's when I was gonna save my walking around and talking to people because day 1 yesterday was hectic. There was a lot of people here.
Yeah.
I'd say as many as last year, if not maybe some more. Which is odd because there's less vendors. You notice that?
Yep.
So
I know what you mean. Less vendors, more people yesterday for sure. More traffic, and especially around certain like when events happening, you can't get up to the front. You can't get close enough to shoot your videos because there's so many people. Like Alphapex launched a miner, and everyone's like gathered around. It's like it's madness sometimes. But it's fun though. It's fun.
It is still fun. I remember last year Alphapex had like a pizza, pizza party kind of thing, and it got like bum rushed. And then when they did the miner announce today, like everybody's there. I just hung back because there's no point in me just recording people's heads.
Right.
So I'm gonna try to get a good look at it today. By the way, did you get the specs on the DG2 or no?
It's 0.19 joules per mega hash, and I saw the web GUI running, and it was like 19,000 or like 19 gigahash.
Yeah.
So when I did the math, I wasn't sure what the wattage was going to be. I was thinking it would be around 20. But when I saw it on the GUI, I was like 18 to 19,000, kind of chopping it down. So they said it was like the first script miner that was sub 0.2 joules per mega hash efficiency. So yeah, it's pretty efficient. Sounds like their new chips are going to be maybe like trickling down into some other miners in the future. So it's pretty cool. Like it's going to be, I think, probably better than the L9 for a while, unless Bitmain decides they're going to launch something else.
I was gonna say the Bitmain effect is probably like they're going back home and they're gonna get back in the workshop and release something because they can't handle not being the top dog for an extended period of time, which is okay because competition breeds innovation.
Yeah.
Without that competition, then that's how we end up with an L3 for like a generation.
Right.
Then there's so many people that ask me, hey, because I was over there talking about the bytes and they were like, oh, this is 80 mega hash on Doge. The L3 is 500 mega hash, and that's like irrelevant. And I'm like, yeah, but you got to talk about the efficiency. So these little home Doge miner or the byte miners from Gold Shell are not meant to be, make you rich or make you a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's more of an introduction into it. So it's nice to see that everybody's taking that stance and approach. Alphapex is building the top dog, and they're also building a home miner to go along with it.
Yeah.
So they're not shutting out the general public.
Yeah, I do like that. The gold shell little bite is, if you look at the efficiency, it's not as great as like the DG Home 1, or definitely not as good as the DG2. But I mean, it's kind of fun. Like, it kind of got me excited because it just reminded me of like an old Nintendo game, just popping that thing in there, and like it's so small, and you're not gonna mine a lot. But yeah, it's good for introductions to people that are newer in the mining space, because it seems like it's so easy. You pop the cartridge in, it's got Wi-Fi, and you plug in a USB-C. Like, everybody's got a USB-C, so it's like just makes it easier for people to get into it. I wish I had one of those when I started.
Yeah, I know. So I was slightly critical yesterday and also on live stream of them providing power over USB-C.
Mhm.
I know USB-C is great for like charging. I just didn't know about like long-term providing sustained power over a long period of time.
Yeah.
Because I know Avalon's been doing it with their Nano series, and they had some issues with the first Nano. The new Nano hasn't been out long enough, in my opinion, to see if it's going to have a problem. But I know they had a lot of like power delivery over USB Type C.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
How's it going?
Where the merch at?
There we got
Some
some
shirts.
shirts over there, a little bit of stickers. Yeah, we got the Bitcoin Mining Museum in the house. We're live right now if you wanted to pop in. So yeah,
I'll slide out.
you're good. Hey,
Nice-
thank you.
Nice
Greater
talking to you
good.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
have
see
a
you
good
guys.
one, brother.
Yeah.
And what time are you going live?
I didn't mean to kick
after
you out.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay. I'm going live for like an hour in like 20 minutes, so I'll take the break. I'll sip some.
So I talked to you last year. I don't know if you remember me, but my name is Brandon.
How you doing, Brandon?
Yeah.
Tobias.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to, for the people that didn't, I did a video last year, but I'm gonna do a video on the Bitcoin Mining Museum because it's amazing. You want to give the elevator pitch on it, just for people that don't know about it?
Yeah, so for the last probably about half a decade now, I've been scaling out the history of Bitcoin and trying to preserve the Bitcoin mining machines. So started with a few back home in my garage 5 years ago, and now it's scaled to 128 machines today that are all different models. There's nothing that's the same. So I'm basically trying to preserve the history of the DNA of the blockchain network.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, what's awesome is that without our museum backbone, nobody here would have a job in this building. Everything is
absolutely.
connected to the DNA of that history that's in that.
I know. And whenever I was over there yesterday, and I was talking to some people, and they were like, you can almost kind of see where certain people entered into the industry, because it's like that's where they start remembering the
Right.
units. And it's like, I was right around like the Butterfly Labs like controversy, and I'm like, oh,
2013.
Yeah. I was working at CarQuest at the time, a little auto parts store,
Yeah.
and one of the guys there was like, "You need to buy this. You need to buy this." And I'm like, "All right, yeah, sure. You get yours, and I'll see it." He never got his, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm not messing with that." But that's where I start remembering the hardware and the advancement and stuff. So seeing that and seeing it over time and how it's developed, it really has gone crazy.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. So it's nice to still see that there's a lot of little stuff though.
Yesterday was chaotic on the first 2 hours of opening. We had probably 50 people around the museum, but OGs came through. A lot of OGs yesterday. And to see their facial reactions when they see like the first miner that they ever touched, and some of them have not seen it in 10 years. So this is their first time seeing their miner a decade later. And one of them got teary-eyed because he's like, man, that's where everything that I'm doing today started from. It was kind of like people that don't open up their own business. They got their first dollar hanging up in the window that they got. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's so unfortunate that when you're in the time and in the moment, your devices, when you're done with them, you're ready to flip them or sell them or get rid of them, and then you look back and it's like, man, I should have kept like one of them. So it's nice that you're preserving it over time, because a lot of these have been lost to time. They've either been scrapped or junked.
That's exactly, just an hour ago, a guy came through, and I have my Holy Grail S5 Plus that I'm displaying for the first time this year. And I found out from him that from that only batch in the 10-day period back then in 2015 that Bitmain sold this miner, he ended up being like the biggest buyer of that batch, and he had 500 of them in his place in Washington somewhere. And he confirmed to me that they all got demolished. So that's a piece of information that I just gained an hour ago to let me know how much more rare my machine is in my museum.
Yeah, I've talked to some people, and they're, I've it was on the L3s, and one guy was telling me back in like 2017 era, he was pulling hash boards out of them, pulling control boards, scrapping the housings, selling the fans, and then he's like, all this stuff, it's kind of just lost to time. Obviously, there's still plenty of around, but 10 years from now, there might not be. So
Right.
just the development over time and like looking at it, I'm definitely going to do a dedicated video on the mining museum again. I did one last year because if we don't know our history, then we don't know our future.
That's
So,
very true. And you also have the situation where newbies come to these events and they're on the fence with Bitcoin and they just want to see,
Yeah.
is this real? Like, let me experience a Bitcoin conference. And they've come through the museum, and when they see that there's 15 years of history in front of their face, all in chronological order, it triggers their brain like, this can't be fake. This has to be real if there's already a museum for Bitcoin.
yeah, you get to see the development over time, how much money has been invested, not only into just the software side, but also the hardware side.
Yeah, and the efficiency.
Yeah, and the efficiency.
Being
has
able to
been
show a
insane.
little USB stick
Yeah.
and saying you need 600,000 of these to equal today's S21,
It's
like
insane.
mind blowing.
It is definitely mind blowing. So,
Right.
I was gonna say thank you. I really do appreciate you jumping on here. And when I jump over there for the dedicated video, I'll pull you to the side just to get a little quick overview. I'd love to see all the new stuff. So you brought the S5 Plus.
S5
What else
Plus,
was
and then
new?
I got the oldest one now. Our oldest miner now is pre-ASIC.
Mhm.
So I have an FPGA, and this FPGA I got is the only one in the world signed by the founder, and it actually mined 50 Bitcoin blocks in the first epoch.
I saw you put the picture up, and it's
Yeah.
signed on the bottom. So yeah, I definitely have to check that out as well.
And I
So,
appreciate y'all's
yeah.
support too with doing the videos in the museum.
Well, it's one of those things that I wouldn't have ever expected to see it. Like last year was my first year coming to the conference. I didn't even know it existed. So more exposure, the better,
That's
in
right.
my opinion.
Eventually, I want to get to a brick and mortar too. So I keep traveling thousands of miles to conferences. All it takes is for somebody to T-bone me, and all of my half a decade of work is gone.
Yeah,
And now that we have an administration in this country that's all, pro Bitcoin,
crypto, yeah, pro
I
Bitcoin.
would love to maybe. Personally, I think being in DC is perfect because you have public school systems that have field trips that go to DC.
Yeah.
And then people from around the country from schools can learn about the history of Bitcoin. And then the politicians, we have some that they're a little up there in age, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
They're not used to not being able to see anything. And I'm the only tangible part of Bitcoin. So some of these politicians being able to see all this history might also help shift their mind.
I think it'd be a great thing to have like a physical lockdown location. I talked to a gentleman that was helping you last year. I didn't see him this year or not, but he actually was based in North Carolina, and he said logistics on moving your setup is close to a nightmare.
It is. I gotta drive armed. I have to go to hotels that have cameras that are in decent neighborhoods. It's like it's a lot involved with just moving this stuff and packing everything up, playing Tetris with it. Like here in the next few hours when we shut down for the day, this is going to be the most crucial part of this trip for me because we're on a time schedule to get out of this conference, and I got to play Tetris to put everything back in to get it back home.
Are you able to fit it all in one, or you have multiple trailers?
I got one trailer. I'm actually only here with half the museum this time because the space that they booked us for is smaller.
Okay,
So I couldn't fit the whole thing.
Gotcha. I was gonna say it's impressive to think about how much you have and then where it's going. And where are you based out of?
North Carolina.
Oh, you're in North Carolina as well. Yeah, I live in Raleigh. So
Oh, yeah?
north of Raleigh, Youngsville.
I'm by Burlington, like an hour away.
Yeah. Do you have anything set up where
I
you're
used
at?
to be a transportation manager for a transportation company in Youngsville on US 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I
We
grew.
just figured this out live.
Yeah, live. So I grew up in Wake Forest, and then my family moved to like Youngsville, Franklinton area. So I've been there my entire life.
I lived in Butner for a while, and now I'm in the Burlington, like Mebane, Burlington area.
Yeah, I have friends out in Mebane.
Alamance County.
Yeah, you're not too far at all. So
No.
if you ever need anything, always just reach out to me. I'll give you my contact.
Sure.
I'm gonna be live for only like another 10 minutes, and then I'm handing it off.
All right.
But I'll get up with you for sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you again, brother.
Yes,
Take
sir.
it easy.
Thanks.
Look at that. We found another fellow Carolinian. They're everywhere down here. So glad to have y'all. Later, bud. Go. Oh, we got some people. We got some people showing up. We got. I was gonna say if either Vega, did you want to jump on for a minute? Say hi. This I'm about done with my set, but I figured we'd give a shout out. I gave a shout out in my travel vlog that's going to be coming out. So, but formally, this is Vega Serpent X. I always put an S in there for some reason.
Yeah, serpents.
Yeah, I was
Or
like,
serpents. SERPANTS.
Yeah.
Serpents.
so if you're not following him, he's also going to be. You're doing a
Live-
content, right?
Yeah, I'm doing content, but then I can do a live stream here too.
Too. Okay, so he's going to be on that too, and then he's also doing some dedicated content around the show, that kind of thing. Did you have any appointments signed up or lined up for any of the vendors, or are you just doing it off the cuff?
I got all my appointments done yesterday. day
Oh,
one.
okay.
So
Who'd you end
today-
up talking to? I was curious.
Ice River, the Hivon team, Nice Hash. Now Nice Hash and Hivon don't have a booth this year, but I had an appointment to speak with a couple of the guys. Then Micro BT, What's Miner, and Avalon, the Canon event that
okay,
we went
yeah.
to yesterday. Those are my main appointments. Everyone else, I just wanted to catch up with and talk to.
Yeah, this I was gonna say I didn't do any yesterday. I wanted to try to catch them today whenever it's a little bit more low key.
Yeah, less
But
people too.
yeah, definitely less people. I was talking earlier to Greater Good that there was definitely a bigger turnout for people like just walking in, but it was a smaller turnout for vendors. So weird dynamic, maybe due to the fact that we had this pullback and some companies just didn't want to put themselves out there.
And you know what else I think? Whenever you have a new location, vendors want to see it before they bring all their equipment, right? To move all this equipment, like the screen you see behind us, like Terra can tear down and move to a different location. They want to check it out. So Nice Hash didn't have a big booth like they did in Miami, which is about an hour and a half south of us, or an hour south of us. But yeah, the vendor to the person, but it was good to see Rondi and people, like
Yeah.
I said,
Oh,
they
absolutely.
used the coupon code to just get in at the door, which you can't do if you didn't buy your tickets early.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mentioned that like Solo Satoshi. I noticed they were out here, and I wondered if they had a booth. Somebody chimed in and said they were out here as the company, but they didn't sign up as a booth. So a lot of people still made a presence, like you said, Nice
Right.
Hash and stuff. They just maybe they're feeling it out, and they'll hopefully. I think it'll be back here next
think
year
so?
as well.
I
I
hope
like
so. I like it.
this event. I like this venue. It's in a nice area too. Not to say that the other area wasn't. It was just older. Oh,
Right.
we'll leave it at that. Older.
Yeah, it was
But-
older, but this is definitely a pretty good configuration. I like it. I
Yeah.
hope to come back again next year.
Definitely. Well, thanks for jumping on. I just got my 3-minute warning. So we will be transitioning over to the Greater Good Mining. If you're not already subscribed or following him, you definitely got to go check it out. I don't know what he's going to be talking about, but probably just some random stuff, grabbing people, jumping them in here, handing out any jelly swag. I didn't bring any jelly swag with me. I packed really light. I only packed with not a carry-on, but my personal item. I did bring some, actually I brought some jellyfish stickers. So I'm going to put some stickers out and let people grab those kind of things. I hope by next conference, we can bring a couple people and have a little bit of presence because we have some stuff coming out. Don't want to leak it yet, but yeah, definitely going to be a good time. See you, Brandon. Have fun out there. Absolutely, John. No love for the kitties. What do you mean? I got love for the kitties. They're just not here. There's the mouse. There we go. Okay. I missed some stuff in the live chat. Let me get caught up here. Broham, glad to have you. PTC Museum for the win. Yeah, the PTC Museum is really cool. Techman asked Goldshell if they have plans for a rack mount. Asked if they were going to do multi, mounts or multi slots, whatever you want to call it. And he was like, yeah, it's not really on the table yet, which means they're probably going to do it and announce it like it's some revolutionary, amazing thing, which is okay. But it's like logical that you have these little tiny devices that are super low power and you made one that only has 2 slots. There's going to be ones that have more slots. A 20 blade rack that would fit in a, a server tower would actually be awesome as well. Somebody could just slot it into their existing setup and hit the road with it. What else do we have here? I missed. Oh, Yeti. Yeti, I heard you were not feeling good and you weren't able to make it this year. I hope you're feeling better, brother. The tariffs are making it a bit difficult for a lot of businesses, including miners, to import without getting the prices on the high end. Crypto Punch said, yeah. Everybody's concerned about the tariffs, and then also if they're going to get worse, if they're going to get turn into more, all those kind of things. But I am done now. This is where I bid you farewell. If you want to watch the live stream, it's going to be moving over to the Greater Good Mining. So thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Let's see here. Cats. Good morning, Brandon. Have a great day at the conference. Absolutely, Retro Mike. I expect you to be here next year. No excuses. Later, guys.